Reports just coming in suggest that Ghanaian midfielder Thomas Partey will be leaving Arsenal at the end of the month. Well, according to Fabrizio Romano, who broke the news on social media, Thomas Partey and Arsenal couldn't agree on their current terms, so Partey would have to leave at the end of the month. In a statement on X, Fabrizio Romano said that Thomas Partey is set to leave Arsenal as a free agent at the end of the month. Story from last week confirmed. AFC have already activated options to replace Thomas, with Nogard talks ongoing with Brentford. So yes, Thomas Partey, after 5 years at Arsenal, has come to the end of his stay with the Gunners during his time at Arsenal. Thomas Partey was able to win the FA Cup and also help Arsenal's quest to compete and challenge for the Premier League. Unfortunately, they came second place a couple of times. They couldn't win the Premier League, neither were they able to win the Champions League. Last season, he helped the Gunners beat Real Madrid in an historic fashion, but unfortunately they couldn't reach the final after they lost the semi-final to PSG. And it's sad to see Thomas Partey go, because he's been instrumental for Arsenal, being the engine room of Mikel Arteta's side, and Mikel Arteta and his the team would have to let go of Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey left Atletico Madrid 5 years ago for a staggering record fee, and he joined Arsenal with the hopes of winning a lot of titles. Although people said he should have joined other teams to win titles, he kept his faith alive and joined Arsenal. He believed in the project and all that. He's worked his way to the top. He's changed his game style just to fit in at Arsenal, and it's sad that Arsenal would have to let go of the Ghanaian marquee midfielder who used to play as a right back for them during difficult times. Now, Arsenal are considering bringing in a replacement, and you would think that this player that Arsenal is bringing in is a young player. His face looks young, but it's not young. Christian Nogard is 31 years old. Thomas Partey is 32 years old. So tell me why Arsenal are letting go of Thomas Partey to bring in Nogard. To only tell you that Arsenal may be looking forward to cut down on their expenses, but they are willing to pay £10 million to bring in Nogard. But if you look at the contract that maybe Thomas Partey will sign with Arsenal for his contract extension, I don't think it will be up to 10 million in terms of wages. But Arsenal are willing to let go of Thomas Partey as a free agent. They are not going to benefit anything if Thomas Partey is to join a new club, because he's past 30. His protected period right now is just 2 years. And if you let go of Thomas Partey, you're not going to get any money at all. Imagine how Manchester United got Paul Pogba from Juventus. They paid a fee, and also when they wanted Cristiano Ronaldo, Manchester United paid a fee to Juventus and all that. But now Thomas Partey is going for free, and I feel like it's a bad business for Arsenal, but they know what they want. They've gone through to the board meeting, they've discussed everything, and so they know what they want. So according to Fabrizio Romano, this is what he had to say about Nogard's possible move to Arsenal. He said in another post on social media that Arsenal and Christian Nogard have reached an agreement on personal terms as player wants to move. Brentford informed of player's decision as club talks continue to get deal done over £10 million after opening bid. So Christian Nogard will be possibly joining Arsenal by the start of next season if things go well. But for Thomas Partey, where do we go from here? As Kiddy will say, well, Thomas Partey has attracted interest from a couple of clubs. The likes of Juventus have showed interest in him. We've heard about Inter also showing interest in him. Now, after Thomas Partey becomes a free agent, I'll tell you two things. It's about clubs interested in him, and he also negotiating the terms of his next contract. Now, clubs in England are also showing interest. Some fans of Arsenal, some fans of Liverpool, some fans of Chelsea, Manchester United are all calling on their managers and their stakeholders to sign Thomas Partey as a free agent, because Thomas Partey is one player who can fit into a number of teams, and they want Thomas Partey in their team. It's up to the player to decide whether he wants to stay in Europe or go out there and chase for the Saudi money, because he has seen it all, played in the Champions League at Atletico Madrid final, couldn't get there with Arsenal. So Thomas Partey has seen it all. It's up to him to say he wants to hopefully win titles or get the bags. 4 years more on for him. I think he'll be 36 when he signs a 4 year contract. He can go all the way to 38 if there's no injury worries and all that. So Thomas Partey, it's up to him. Now, being a free agent, it gives you the liberty to sign a better deal. You can demand for a signing on fee and also your wages, instead of the club. If a club was supposed to sign you for 50 million or 10 million pounds, and you are supposed to earn a salary within 20 million pounds within the space of 4 years, now you can put that transfer fee that the club would have paid to your former club on top of your salary. So if Thomas Partey is supposed to earn in 20 million, he can be earning like 40 million by the end of his next contract, if he is able to get a good contract, whether 4 years or 2 years. These are all some of the permutations that makes you a free agent more lucrative. Your agents will be eyeing to get you a great move. And Thomas Partey has talked about his relationship with his agents, that he has that rapport with him, and ever since he gave him the opportunity to travel to Europe and go and play for Atletico Madrid, he's held on to him, although agent contracts are mostly 2 years. Thomas Partey, despite all this, renews or signs up with his same agent, tells you that he's glued to his agent, and if they are able to work things very well, Thomas Partey will be earning a lot of money in his next move. I don't think Thomas Partey's value would depreciate because he's such a good player. So we'll be monitoring the transfer update, and we bring you up to speed on where Thomas Partey goes. Currently, the player and his family are back in Ghana for vacation holidays, and we'll see how it goes. In September, Ghana will be preparing to play in the World Cup qualifiers, and we'll see him in action for the Black Stars. But he would want to sign for a club. Let's see where Thomas Partey goes. Where do you think Thomas Partey will be going? Is he going to Liverpool, or do you want him at Manchester United? You'll be key at Manchester United, but Manchester United, we have a whole lot of players. Then where again? If he goes to Inter, good for him. If he goes to Juve, good for him. If he even goes to AC Milan, good for him. So Thomas Partey has a whole lot of options to choose from. Let's see where Thomas Partey goes. Well, on that note, we wrap up here on Sports Update Ghana. It's an absolute pleasure coming your way. Do what, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and I'll see you in the next one.